So we're here with Mike Sepso. We're going to be talking about the Major League Gaming, MLG, and their upcoming live competition this weekend. So what is MLG and how did it get started, Mike?
MLG is a professional video gaming league, and it started 6 years ago by me and my best friend Sundance DiGiovanni. Basically, we started it at about the time that Xboxes and PlayStations were becoming online capable, and people were starting to form teams and get competitive about playing games online, and it became a huge kind of piece of social interaction around gaming. And we found all the kids out there who were the best at kind of team-oriented first-person shooter games and who were running tournaments and stuff like that. And we organized it into a professional sports league. At a high level, we followed the basic playbook of what NASCAR did to form NASCAR originally many, many years ago. And we kind of just started grouping great tournament players together and great organizers together, and started to put a business model behind it and ran lots of events where we found out who all the best players were across the country. Then we started to help those players build their careers as personalities and professionals, and it really just took off from there. We've now got the largest online tournament system in the world for video gaming, game battles, and we own a bunch of websites that are all in the competitive gaming space that help different communities of gamers interact with each other.
If somebody wanted to join, for example, the game battles or just join MLG and start gaming, how would they go about it? Does it cost anything? What's the process?
The first place to start is on MLGpro.com, just to get a sense for what the community is like, and to find out, with more specific information how the circuit works. The pro circuit is kind of the very best of the best in the world, really. But the best place to start, if you're just getting into it, is to read up on MLG Pro and then head over to GameBattles.com, which is our online tournament system. And there you can jump into ladders and tournaments and 50 different games on every different console or computer games, and sort of play what you're into. And then if you want to get serious about it and eventually get into the pro circuit, you could play Call of Duty, Halo 3, or Gears of War 2, and start playing online, find a team. One of the most important functions of game battles from a community point of view is it helps you to find, there's a big part of the site that's called Team Builder. It just sort of helps you go out and find other players to play with and put a team together.
As part of the professional gaming industry, why do you think in the last few years gaming has steadily gained more recognition and interest?
Part of it is honestly because of us. We've been one of the very few companies out there that's put faces and personalities behind this very abstract idea of a gamer. I think just generally people have more kind of social networking and communication is kind of more hardwired into everyone's brain now. So those two things together, just gaming getting bigger and having personalities out there that are good examples of what gamers are all about, plus the fact that everybody's just a lot more wired to each other now. I think both of those things have contributed to it.
So tell us about the upcoming live competition this weekend for MLG Pro and Meadowlands.
Yeah, the Meadowlands is our traditional season opener. We're based in New York City. Most of us in the company are New Yorkers, and we really like to open up kind of in our backyard. This is going to be a big, interesting one. As you know, there's a lot more media attention on what we do now. And there's lots of people watching. There's a huge fan base that watches everything live online, and there's obviously thousands and thousands of people coming to the event itself. We've made some interesting changes this year. We've kind of increased the spectator experience quite a lot. So while we used to really focus almost 100% on just making the competitors' experience the best, now that what we've done has become a much bigger spectator sport too, we've invested a lot more on that side of it. And then other than that, our sponsors have really invested a lot more in building out a bigger sponsor experience at the event. There's more interesting stuff going on. The whole thing kicks off late Friday morning. Ballpark Franks is doing a tailgate party, so while thousands of people are waiting in line outside, there's free hot dogs and music and everything outside. That all starts at 10:30. So you can wolf down as many hot dogs as you can possibly stomach at 10:30 in the morning. So there's a lot going on all weekend, you know, and it really, I mean, the event doesn't really open until 5 o'clock Friday afternoon, evening, whatever, but the whole thing kicks off at 10. So it's 3 days of gaming craziness, basically.
What are the major games that this competition covers?
The Pro Circuit is, the live part of the Pro Circuit is entirely Halo 3 and Gears of War 2.
Okay.
The online part of the Pro Circuit is Call of Duty 4 and Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Is there an age requirement for this?
To go pro, you have to be 14 or older.
And what would the winners get?
The winning team earns $20,000.